You've probably seen her. Standing quietly in the background during a North Korean military parade, this young woman with a faint, almost unreadable smile. That's Kim Yo-jong, the only sister of Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un. But here's the thing. Behind that gentle-looking face is a reputation so fierce, so formidable, that she's been called the most dangerous woman in the world. So how on earth did she get that title? It's like there are two different people. On one hand, you see this smiling diplomat, the soft face of North Korea on the world stage. But on the other hand, there's the iron fist of Pyongyang, this absolutely ruthless operator at the very heart of the regime. So how do you square those two things? That's the mystery we're going to dig into today. So that's the big question, isn't it? How did Kim Jong-un's sister, with that disarming smile, become someone that serious international experts are warning us about? They say she should not be taken lightly. At all. Okay, so to really get it, you have to start with her family. I mean, this is a dynasty. She is the youngest daughter of the former leader, Kim Jong-il, and she's the full-blooded sister of the guy in charge right now, Kim Jong-un. That alone puts her right in the absolute inner circle. She was born into this. And look, this isn't just some crazy media hype. That title, Most Dangerous Woman, it doesn't just come from clickbait headlines. It's a conclusion that's been drawn by intelligence analysts, by North Korea experts, the people who have been watching her silent, calculated climb to the top for years. To understand how she got here, you have to go back, because for years, she was basically a ghost, an invisible princess raised in the super-secretive, isolated world of Pyongyang's ruling family. Her early life was spent completely in the shadows. She was born around 1987, and then in 96, she was shipped off to a school in Switzerland, under a fake name, of course. She came back to North Korea around the year 2000, and then nothing. Total silence until 2011, when suddenly she just appears at her father's funeral, standing right next to her brother. For anyone watching closely, that was the signal. She's in the inner circle now. You know that time in Switzerland? It was designed to look normal. She and her brother were registered with fake names. Hers was Pak Mi-hung, and they were supposed to be just ordinary Korean kids. But the reality? Their apartment was under constant watch by North Korean officials and a team of undercover bodyguards. So even then, the state machine was right there with them. After her father died, her rise to power wasn't just because she was the leader's sister. Oh no, it was a totally strategic climb. She became the chief architect of her brother's public image, and by extension, his power. For years, the world just saw this glorified assistant. You'd see her in pictures, always in the background, holding documents for her brother. Or, get this, even holding an ashtray for him while he smoked. So the perception was, oh, she's just helping out. But what was really happening was far more calculating, way more sinister. Her path to the top was methodical. By 2012, when she was only 23, she was his tour manager, which meant she planned everything, his travel, his security, every little detail. Then in 2014, she gets this huge promotion, vice director of the Propaganda and Agitation Department. And trust me, that's not a PR office. It is the nerve center of the entire regime. It controls every piece of information and builds that godlike image of the leader. And within a year, she was basically running the whole show. And her mission? It was crystal clear. Make her brother look just as powerful, just as revered as their grandfather, Kim Il-sung, the guy who founded North Korea. She was the one building the modern-day cult of personality that keeps her brother in power. So, for years, she was this master puppeteer working from the shadows. But in 2020, the world finally heard her voice. And it was, well, it was terrifying. So picture this. It's April 2020. Kim Jong-un has completely vanished from public view. And the rumors are flying everywhere. Is he sick? Is he dead? The whole world is wondering what's going on. And right in the middle of all that chaos, a brand new, ferocious voice comes out of Pyongyang. For the very first time, an official state declaration is released under her own name. And in it, she calls South Korea a frightened dog barking. This was not diplomacy. This was a raw, aggressive threat. It was unlike anything we had ever heard from her. The mask was off. The message here was not subtle at all. It was a clear signal, both to the world and to the powerful people inside North Korea. If my brother is gone, I'm here, and I am absolutely ready to take over. Now, her voice might have been new to the world, but stories of her ruthlessness have been circling for years. It's alleged that she masterminded the execution of her own uncle, that she was linked to the assassination of her half-brother, and that she personally ordered the demolition of the liaison office with South Korea. These aren't just random acts of violence. They are cold, calculated power moves. Every single one sends a message. Cross me, and you're finished. And her aggression isn't just for her enemies at home. She has unleashed that same venom on the world stage. She dismissed the President of the United States, Joe Biden, as an old man with no future. And the President of South Korea, she called him America's hungry dog. Her language is often even more aggressive, more provocative than her brother's. When she speaks, she does not hold back. So you take all of this together, the bloodline, the strategic mind, the proven ruthlessness, and it all points to one very, very real possibility for the future. If you need any more proof of just how powerful she is, look at this number, more than 40. That's how many official state declarations she has personally issued. This used to be a job only the supreme leader himself could do. She has effectively become the official voice of the entire nation. So today, Kim Yo-jong is pretty much universally seen as the de facto number 2 in North Korea. She's on the highest decision-making commission in the country, which means she's involved in every single major policy decision. Some experts have even started calling her a female co-dictator. And that, of course, brings up the big what-if question. What happens if something happens to Kim Jong-un? Well, his children are way too young to rule. So in the event of his death, there's really no doubt power would consolidate around her. She is the undisputed heir apparent. Which leaves us with this final, pretty chilling question. She has the royal blood. She has the political power. She's proven she can be ruthless. And her finger is effectively on the nuclear button. The world has dealt with ruthless queens and empresses before, sure, but never one with an arsenal of nuclear weapons. So the question isn't just if she's dangerous. It's, is the world even remotely prepared for what comes next?